Welcome to my next video tutorial on CSS page layout. What I'll be discussing today is horizontal and vertical alignment. Center elements horizontally and vertically aligned. There's what I will be taking first is center alignment elements. To horizontally center a block element like div using margin is auto. Setting the width of the element will prevent it from stretching out to the edges of its container. The element will then take up the specified width and the remaining space will be split equally between the two margins. In this example below shows that the div is centered. Centered in a centered div, we have margin is auto, width is 50%, border is 3 pixels, solid and purple. Then the padding is 10 pixels. I want you to take note of this one. Centered alignment has no effect if the width property is not set or set to 100%. Center align text. To just center the text inside an element, use text align is centered. This text is centered. For example, in a centered div, we have text align is centered, while the border is 3 pixels solid and the color background color will be the text color will be maroons. Center an image. To center an image, use margin is auto and make it into a block element. Just for example, an image. We have display is block, margin is auto, and the weight is 40. Left and right alignment using position. One method for aligning element is to use position is absolute. In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I have been turning over in my mind ever since. Just for example, in a right text, right image, we have an example of right, while the position is absolute. Right is 0 pixel, while the width is 300 pixel, and the border is 3 pixel, and the is solid while it's purple. Then the padding will be 10 pixel. I want you to have a tip of this one. When signing elements with floats, always define margin and padding for body element. This is to avoid visual differences in different browsers. There is also a problem with Internet Explorer 8 and earlier when using floats. If the iDoc type declaration is missing, Internet Explorer 8 and earlier version will add a 17 pixel margin on the right side. This seems to be space reserved for a scroll bar. So always set the iDoc type declaration when using floats. Just for example, a body with margin 0 and a padding 0. Another example with right is float is right, width is 3 pixels, 300 pixels, while the background color is yellow. We have a center vertically using padding. To center both vertically and horizontally, use padding and text align is center. This will say I am vertically and horizontally centered. Just for example, you have a centered element, then the padding will be 70 pixel and 0 pixel. Border is 3 pixel solid and maroon. Text align is centered. Center vertically using line height. Another trick is to use the line height property with a value that is equal to the height property. The below code says I am vertically and horizontally centered. For example, centered, the line height is 200 pixels while the height is 200 pixels. Border is 3 pixels solid and maroon. Text align to is centered. If the text has multiple lines, add the following code. Center and inside paragraph. Then we have line height is 1.5. Display is inline block. Vertical align is middle. Center vertically using position and transform. If the padding and line height is not an option, A third solution is to use positioning and the transform property. The below code says I am vertically and horizontally centered. For example, you have a centered element, then height is 200 pixels, position is relative, border is 3 pixels solid and aqua. Centered paragraph, we have margin is 0, position is absolute, top is 50%, left is 50%, and transform is translate minus 50% and minus 50%. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.